Welcome to Yaka Digital Network. If you're an S4 candidate right now, you know exactly what academic pressure feels like. The clock is ticking, the syllabus is heavy, and your brain rarely gets a break. When your mind is racing with anxiety, the instinct is often to sit perfectly still in a quiet room and force yourself to calm down. But biology offers an alternative, quieting a frantic mind through rhythmic movement. In physical education, we differentiate between two distinct types of movement. Competitive sports prioritize winning, which can increase your stress levels. Aesthetic sports prioritize the process, focusing on grace, rhythm, and synchronization. By matching your physical skill to a rhythmic challenge, you enter what psychologists call the flow state. This is a peak zone of focus, where your attention narrows so specifically that the surrounding academic pressures fade into the background. Entering this aesthetic zone transforms physical exertion into active meditation. It replaces academic panic with rhythmic focus, pulling your attention entirely into the present moment. Aerobics relies on external rhythms, like the pulse of a local Ugandan Afrobeat, to alter your internal physiological state. This happens through a biological process called entrainment. Your body's internal systems, such as your heart rate and gait, naturally begin to sync up with the external pulse of the music. To maintain this routine, your brain engages in bilateral coordination. The logical left hemisphere, which counts the steps, and the creative right hemisphere, which feels the rhythm, are forced to work simultaneously to keep up. This intense dual tasking requires immense processing power. To compensate, your brain temporarily shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for self-critique and worry. This phenomenon is known as transient hypofrontality. Aerobics manages stress by diverting neural energy toward movement and rhythm, leaving fewer cognitive resources for intrusive or anxious thoughts to persist. Swimming utilizes a different mechanism. While aerobics uses external sound to drive focus, swimming creates an environment of total sensory shutout. Immersed in a pool, your body experiences hydrostatic pressure. The constant weight of the water pressing evenly against your skin provides a calming, continuous physical input. This initiates a process called sensory gating. The physical pressure of the water acts as a shield, effectively blocking out the sensory overload of the outside world. Alongside this pressure, swimming requires strict respiratory control. You must exhale continuously underwater and inhale in a timed, specific pattern. This forced rhythmic breathing physically manipulates your nervous system. It forces a shift from the anxious, fight-or-flight sympathetic state into the calm, restorative parasympathetic state. Let's test your understanding. Pause the video for 5 seconds. Based on the physiology we just covered, which activity provides the fastest shift to lower a racing heart rate during extreme panic? The answer is swimming. The combination of hydrostatic pressure and rhythmic breathing turns the pool into a sensory deprivation chamber, providing a direct physiological path to lower a racing heart rate. Understanding these physiological mechanisms allows you to strategically integrate these aesthetic states into your S4 academic schedule. First is pre-study flow priming. Do 5 to 10 minutes of rhythmic aerobics before a reading session to burn nervous energy and find focus. After an exam, utilize post-exam decompression. Spend 15 minutes swimming to flush out residual cortisol. Aesthetic physical execution is not about natural talent or beating an opponent. It is a biological tool you can use to force your mind into the present moment and leave exam anxiety behind. Thank you for joining this session on the Yaka Digital Network. Head over to our website at yaka.cc for full class content, notes, and interactive resources to help you excel in your exams.